Okay, y'all, we made it to North Cascades. Y'all gotta look at this view, dude. Okay, so I just tried a different technique. I have my camera pointing towards that, and then I also have my little 32-bit audio recorder also recording the sounds, even though there's like a lot of cars driving by right now, because I wanted to get what like nature sounds were actually out here. So like there were some birds and there was some wind, there was rain a little bit ago. So it's basically just a reference recording of what that is recording. So it gives me a good picture of what other sounds I need to go collect to make the video more polished, if that makes sense. This is the first time I'm doing this, and I think it's gonna work. I think it's a good idea. So I guess there's only one way to find out, I don't know. I think now might actually be a good time to give you a little tour of the setup. So this is the passenger side. I got treats up there just for when I'm driving. And I got a bin for them at Target. And then back here, I have a bin also for like all my recording stuff. And in the back, we've got my sleeping bag. It's my new cooler. So I'm gonna set up camp really fast just cause, I don't know, I want to. So this is a better view of the setup. So my bed, obviously, gonna be sleeping. And then over here is my camping stuff. All right, it's about 7 o'clock. I've been driving around, I got gas. Wow, that's really comfortable, actually, cool. But yeah, I think I'm probably just gonna call at it for today. Plan out what I wanna do tomorrow and go for some hikes, and yeah. It's gonna be a fun day, so I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It's about 7 a.m. I have no idea what I'm gonna do today. Kind of love that. One thing I do want to get though is I want to record some of those bird sounds and get some wind sounds for that recording that I made yesterday. That's the main goal right now. Other than that, not knowing what I'm doing. Okay, what I think I'm gonna do first is I'm at the visitor center right now. I'm gonna wait for it to open and go get a map, go get service to pay for my campsite, and then see what we can do for today. Okay, I just got out of the visitor center. I got a map and a sheet of some recommendations that the lady at the desk pointed out. It's really cloudy, so a lot of this like mountains and stuff that I want to see are pretty, like, it's overcast, you wouldn't be able to really see them. But there are some outlooks that she recommended, some cool hikes. There was like a 3-mile hike, so that looked pretty fun. Yeah, we'll just have to see where it goes. I might have messed up a little bit. That parking lot that I passed was actually the parking lot for the trailhead, and I went into the campsite, but now I know where the trailhead is, which is nice. So now I'm gonna set up what I wanna bring. I wanna bring my camera, tripod. This is a new Manfrotto I just got. This is actually the first time I'm using this setup. So yeah, now that's secure. Camera in the bag. And I also want to bring this little tripod and then this little audio recorder. You want to see what else is in here? Got another portable battery, my GoPro, my selfie stick. I really like the design. It's very simplistic. You just pop that out. It goes out farther, but yeah. Rode microphone, and then these are just extra batteries for my H6, which is in here. So, and then this is a fanny pack, which also has a carrier for my H6. as well as, did I forget to get an XLR cable? I forgot an XLR cable, I think, which is very important because I won't be able to use my Rode microphone or my Shure SM7 microphone. That kind of sucks though, because I don't know how good the sounds are gonna be, because I will just have this little microphone, which is the Zoom H1, which I got the reference recording of the lake from, which is 32-bit recording, which is super awesome. Basically means that it doesn't clip, like it doesn't distort or it doesn't record anything too quiet. It's super amazing. That means I'm just very limited on my microphone usage. So all of the sounds that you hear on the ambience recordings are probably going to be coming just from that little audio recorder. Maybe I'll find my XLR, maybe I packed it somewhere and I just totally forgot. I'll just have to see. Finally on the trail, there's a huge group that just went ahead of me. Like there's still it was like a whole family reunion. We might have some company on this trail. You never know. Hey, I might meet some people. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I just passed some people that said they're from Arkansas, which is crazy. That's a long ways away. About to cross this really rickety bridge. But look at this water. It's super milky looking. Hey, let me get closer. It's super milky looking because that's runoff from a glacier. And basically, glaciers are like massive ice knives that just cut through rock and they dissolve rock. And when they dissolve that rock, they turn it into like a rock powder, and that's what it's called, rock powder. And that's what makes the water super milky. And then that's running into Lake Diablo, which is super like a milky turquoise color, which is from the color of that rock powder. Okay, this is cool. So that bridge right over there is one that we crossed actually to get here. So that's just cool to see it from this point of view. I think that's the bridge. Yeah, I think that's the bridge. Part of the reason I wanted to start vlogging and just like getting outside and stuff was to also talk about the whole message of this channel, which is just listen. First of all, I love music. I also have found that I feel a lot more at peace when I'm not listening to music and just listening to the world around me. The birds and the trees and just getting outside. Well, my first dream career was I was gonna be a music producer because I love music. I found that I was not very happy just sitting in my room and making music all the time. I mean, it was fun and I love the creativity and those like sparks of inspiration were fantastic. But I wasn't getting outside. I wasn't getting any exercise. I was just kind of sitting in a dark room, making sure the lighting was good. I don't have to worry about any of that. Like I'm getting exercise, I'm breathing in fresh air. I'm seeing places that I've always wanted to go. It's built into the project. Like those moments of slowing down and just getting rest. Like I got like 12 hours of sleep last night. I feel fantastic. And I haven't slept that long in months. Easily. The intention with this brand is also centered around self-care and my own mental health. So I'm very grateful for it. I'm grateful for this project. And if you're watching, I'm grateful that you're here and that you're listening to me ramble. It's stuff that's important to me. The outdoors are also important to me, that I'm realizing more and more. And there's so much we can learn from it. I posted a video on a different channel. I'm talking about like the whole, like an ecosystem, which is basically systems mapping in 2 words. And it talked about, there's a thing in it called fractals. Fractals are basically geometric patterns that exist at every level of magnification. So if you take this thing like a leaf, you see that like the main stem coming off, and then you see that branches off, and you see that branches off, and you see that branches off, until it gets so small you can't even see it. But the pattern is still there. And I've just seen how there's systems within systems. A business would be a system, and then co-workers would be like a social system within that, and then an employee is a system, and then there's an immune system within that employee, and then there's white blood cells. This is an example like straight from the video, so it's just easy for me to recall. I feel like that's a lesson that I learned from just being outside and being in nature. Philosophically, I feel like there's so much I've learned from being outside. So yeah, I'm gonna turn this off for a little bit and just enjoy myself. Okay, look at this view. I guess that mountain is called Colonial. That's gorgeous, bro. I'm gonna get a video of that. So right now I'm recording the sounds to this amazing scenery. I'm hearing a lot of bird song. There were some swallows. There was like 4 birds that Merlin. I was using the bird ID Merlin to pick it up. And then I'm gonna use that information to try to capture the sounds that would be here, just to clean it up a little bit. All right, I captured what I wanted from there. One last look. Look at that. That is just stunning. How? What? This is on the way up on the hike, so I'm gonna see it on the way back down, but that is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I can't. I need to start actually listening for sounds like that. So a lot of those sounds were obviously, like, the mountain is still right there. So those obviously made it into the recording. Those are the birds that I want to capture. I am hesitant though, because obviously this is a national park. There are roads going through it. There's just gonna be a lot of interruptions, I guess. Got like a 5-minute video recording and then a 10-minute audio. Again, that audio is just a reference. Like I said, I want to go get like birds and stuff on their own so I can mix them in well. That's what people do in the music industry. So that's how I'm approaching it, is recording the individual elements as best I can and getting a reference for them, creating them that way. So yeah. Okay, we made it to the top, I think. Is that a house on the lake? It's like all the way down there. That's just cool. I've never seen a house on the lake in a national park before. Look at that view. Okay, I just got a video or an audio recording of the tree. I came to the realization that national parks aren't the best place to record nature sounds, because there's cars driving through, there's people talking. My goal for this trip was to get 2 recordings. I got 2 recordings, 2 video recordings. And so now I think what I want to do, then see what I can do about getting to places that are a lot more remote. Yeah, just see if I can get better sounds there. So yeah. My phone's at like 4%, so this is gonna be loud, but I think I'm gonna actually get some recording of this, because it sounds milky to me. Like, it sounds a lot more silky than other water, and I have to wonder if that's because of the rock powder that's actually running in it. So I'm gonna do that really fast. Okay, so the funniest thing just happened. So when I was recording the creek, I set up my little microphone and I set up my video to record, but I forgot to actually hit the red button to record. And then my phone died after like 2 seconds of recording. These are my 2 microphones that I was talking. Oh, I did bring it. So these are my 2 microphones. This is my dynamic mic, just like a regular stage mic. That's for like more loud things, like rapids and whatnot. This is my Rode mic, which is a shotgun microphone, so it's very directional, so you can catch like bird sounds and stuff. I was bummed I thought I didn't bring this, because I wouldn't be able to get those good bird sounds and stuff, but it looks like I actually can, which is awesome. Do you guys want to see the lake? I do not yet have a paddleboard, but when I do get a paddleboard, I'll be going to this lake. Here it is. I don't know if you can see, but out there, there's somebody in a kayak. There's somebody with a motorboat out here too. Yeah, I definitely want to come back here. But I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet, really, today. I had maybe 2 pieces of beef jerky and an Oreo, so I need food. Here's that house I was looking at a little bit ago, and which means if that's there, then I must have been up there roughly. That was the mountain that I was loving, so I think I was over up there. Okay, we're back. I went to the learning center, and then I talked to the front desk lady there. Just asked her about like, hey, I want to go record like bird sounds. Where do you think the best place would be to do that? And she was like, anywhere. And I was like, oh, that's helpful. I was hoping to get more information on like, not necessarily bushwhacking, but backcountry. And I was already hungry at that point, so I just was kind of irritated a little bit. And then I went to general store just to see if they had any food, like any like meal food, but they didn't. It was the general store. I thought, because it said like they had hot fudge inside, and so I was like, oh, maybe they have like some burgers or something in there too. They didn't, so I said, okay, fine. And I went back to the visitor center because I saw like a little booklet of like hikes in like day hikes in the North Cascades, and so I was like, okay, I'd like to get that just so I have a resource I can grab, because all trails is only gonna have so much. So I got that, and then I actually saw those same people from Arkansas. I've seen them like 4 times today. It was really funny. And then I went to go and get a burger, which was great. And it hit the spot, and I got it like 4:30, and now it's, I think, like 5:10, 5:15. I went back to the general store. I got breakfast for tomorrow morning and a bear bell because I found like a 20-mile hike, but it's super pretty. And I think I want to try to attempt to do it. I want to go at least part of the way because I know I definitely want to complete it at some point. I know if I've done part of it, I'll be a lot more comfortable going like, oh, I'll know how to get to it, what to expect when the trail first shows up. So yeah, now I'm just eating my ice cream. I'm probably just gonna chill here for the rest of the night. Read, because I charged up my Kindle last night. Maybe check out some of those hikes in the book. Where is that book, by the way? You know what? It's fine. The most important thing to me right now is this ice cream. It's solving all my problems. That's all I got for now. Good morning. It's 6:00 a.m. On today's August 8th. Sun's not quite up, but it's getting there. I think I'm gonna head to the trailhead of that 20-mile hike just because I don't know what else to do. That, and I think if I get on the trail before anybody else, I'll have a better opportunity to record sounds. May give myself enough time to do the whole hike. We will just have to see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get up and get dressed and start doing that. So this is the booklet I got yesterday. Day hikes, pretty cool stuff in there. This is the hike that I'm wanting to do. So we're about here, New Halem. So we just need to drive a little bit. It's actually, the trailhead's not that far. And then we go up this unpaved road to, this is where the trail begins. The trail kind of goes up and back and then swoops up to the lakes. So yeah, that's the plan. Okay, we made it. I'm excited. I'm actually really excited. The road coming up is pretty bumpy, but the sun is out and it looks like it's gonna be a fairly clear day. It was really pretty coming up this morning. I saw a waterfall, which made me just super excited to see because I love waterfalls. And now I'm gonna start getting ready. And we're off. 7:47 a.m. Feeling good. Looks like there's gonna be 3 parts to this trail. The first part's gonna be easy, and then the second part's gonna be more moderate, and then the third one's gonna be harder, and that's going up to the actual lakes. There might be an even harder one going to the actual peak itself, which is I want to go to because there's the Sea of Peaks potentially up there. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna turn this off for a bit and just enjoy the beauty of where I am. Another cool thing I learned about North Cascades is it actually has 300 glaciers in the park, which is kind of insane. It has a lot more than Glacier National Park. I think the ranger said Glacier only had like less than 30 or something, so somewhere in the 20s. But Glacier has bigger glaciers, so it's the more stereotypical when you think of a glacier. That's what it is. Okay, so that creek I just crossed, I think, is the start to going up the other side of the mountain, or the other mountain. Not bad. Okay, I think I found some cool little bird sounds. I looked up Merlin and it said that they were chestnut-breasted chickadees, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna get my shotgun mic out and get recording. I'm also tired, so now's a good time for a break. This is the trail, but this is the view. I think I decided I'm gonna head home today just because today's Friday, I work on Sunday. The original plan was to head home tomorrow, but I don't want to be in a rush for anything for like the next 48 hours. I just want to head home, just chill, maybe edit this video. Okay, I'm about halfway. I don't know if I want to go any further. I do. I just don't want to rush it to get home. I'm gonna show where I am right now. There's a big old boulder over here. I just have to come back now. I just have to come back and finish it. And I think I want to bring somebody along too, like maybe my brother or somebody. This trip has been so much fun. I just passed by party of 2 people and then a party of 1 person. And they were both so nice. Like, she asked me, oh, are you on your way down? I was like, yeah. It's like, good luck. Like, I was just saying, good luck on the way up. And they're like, have a good hike out. And it's so funny. Like, I was on a hike yesterday. It was only like a 3 mile. This is a 10 mile out. Well, 10 mile out and back. So 20. And I guess that other one was 6 yesterday. It seems like, A, there are a lot fewer people on this trail just because it's harder. And B, the views are a lot better. And C, people are so much nicer. It seems so much more like outgoing. So it's just funny to see how the more difficult the trail is, the nicer the people are. I don't know. Funny correlation. There's some woodpeckers up there. And I really want to get some woodpecker sounds.
Oh my.
Sorry. Boo.
Sorry.
You're good. How you doing?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm doing well.
The whole time up here I'm thinking, cats.
Cats.
There's a cat watching me, I know it.
Just little old me.
Sorry.
You're good. Enjoy your hike.
Thanks. You too.
Thank you. Look at that guy up there. There you are. See him? I don't think I have a good enough microphone to catch that sound, but it's a cool one. Look at those views through the trees, bro. Could you imagine what the top would look like? Oh my gosh, I need to come back. Okay, we just got off the medium steepness. Now we're just back to smooth sailing from here. Okay, we are back to the turnaround, and it is 11:30 roughly. So my timing is right, which by the way, look at these falls. Good stuff. This is actually coming off the lakes that I was planning on going to. So if my timing is right, I should be back in 30 minutes. Look at these birds, dude. I don't know what they are. They look cool though. Almost look like chickens. What are they? We did it halfway. We did it half as good as we could have. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna hop in the car now. And wow, this place filled up. Car's all the way down the block. I'm gonna head home. Might pick up some Panda Express on the way or something. I'm feeling some Panda Express. I think that's Desolation Peak out in the distance. Okay, real quick, I don't know if this is gonna make it into the vlog. So, from the time I left the trailhead, the Thornton Lakes trailhead, to the time I got back home, I didn't fill up on gas once. I was at 3/4 of a tank, and I was like, okay, let's just see if I can make it. So I wanted to go to Costco, right? Because gas has been stupid expensive recently. I plugged in the directions for home. As I got closer, I was like, okay, let me readjust for Costco. And then I was like, okay, no, let me readjust for like a closer Costco, not the one that I usually go to. That one's like more downtown. I literally was like, all right, let's just see what happens. All right, God, let's just see what happens. Every single light was like, okay, there were maybe 2 lights that were not green the entire way. And I was like, my gas light was on. I was like, oh boy, we might not make it. But I literally just hit cruise control and I was like, just choo, 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 choo. Like, everyone was green and it was so awesome. And I made it. And now we got a full tank of gas. And now I'm gonna go get Panda Express. Made it.